All right, folks, I want to do a quick video about the markets today, and I want to talk a little bit about Celsius. Bitcoin is barely holding on to $18,000 at this point. Ethereum well under 1,000. BNB, well, I wouldn't say well under 200, but it's under 200. XRP actually holding on to 30 cents, which is weird. ADA down to 43 cents. So ADA is pretty much back to where it was about a month ago. Definitely falling now with Bitcoin. I think, if Bitcoin falls down to 16, 15,000, of course, ADA, Cardano will definitely be in the 35-cent range at that point, and I will be buying some more. But I really thought we might get a bounce at 18 or 19,000, at least a relief bounce. We're not getting it, folks. And if you're noticing, a lot of the downside is coming from Bitcoin. Usually Bitcoin dominance really goes up during situations like this in these bear markets. All the altcoins just get flushed. Like you'd see Cardano down 20% today. BNB, I mean, yeah, it's down, but it'd be down like 20%. XRP, like not even down at all. Like people aren't really capitulating out of these alts. So what's going on, what we think is going on is basically just all these funds that held Bitcoin and Ethereum, like Celsius. There was another one, Trust Capital or whatever, that just crashed. They basically held mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're just basically all crumbling right now, and they're getting liquidated. And that's unfortunately making the case that the Celsius situation is not looking too good. Also, just watched the video CoffeeZilla just put out. Turns out this Alex Essentially guy is he's kind of been full of shit. He likes to embellish. A lot of half truths in his resume. So I highly recommend you watch that video. And I've been checking the Twitter for Celsius. Really nothing new. They're pretty much in hiding right now. They're being investigated by pretty much everybody at this point. And as Bitcoin continues to drop, unfortunately, that will pretty much just mean increases the chance of Celsius basically having to liquidate. I believe the liquidation price for Celsius right now is down to 13,601. Now, I made a previous video talking about Richard Hart and all these guys who predicted we're going to go down to $10,000 or $11,000 for Bitcoin, which would be an 85% dump from the all-time high of $68,000. If that happens, there's no way that Celsius, I think, is going to be able to withstand Bitcoin under 13,000. I don't see anybody giving them money or bailing them out. A couple days ago, I thought maybe there was a chance. I actually thought there was a good chance. I didn't think Bitcoin would go down this fast so soon. And a lot of people are thinking that there's big players involved that want to see Celsius get liquidated. Who are these big players? I don't know, folks. There's a lot of people in crypto. There's a lot of billionaires in cryptos that likes to play games. Wouldn't be surprised if we actually see a dump down to 14, 13,000, then we shoot right back up to 25,000. That's why I'm looking at all this as an absolute opportunity. These are risky times, folks, and don't listen to what I say, but I'm continuing to cost average into Cardano. Theta is still basically where it was a month ago. I think Theta's pretty much hit bottom at about $1, $1.15, hit 98 cents a few days ago, but you're seeing most of the losses right now in Ethereum. So, and I believe that's just fun, and more funds are going to get liquidated the more Bitcoin falls. So I think, Bitcoin dropping down to $10,000 is certainly not out of the question at this point. It would be an 85% dump from its all-time high. It is odd to me we haven't gotten a bounce so far. The fear and greed index is like the worst it's ever been. This is very interesting. Whatever's going on right now is very interesting. It's stuff we haven't seen before. And people who capitalize on this are going to do very, very well in a couple years, even though it is scary times, folks, with all these funds getting liquidated. Look, I had money in BlockFi not too long ago, and it never felt right. I just always felt like those sites could go under. And the one thing that pisses me off too is like a lot of these big YouTubers were just pumping Celsius and BlockFi. And I was watching Crypto R Us today. He did a good stream, but he still got the BlockFi sponsorship underneath his YouTube video. And I'm thinking, dude, BlockFi is going to be next. If Bitcoin drops down to like 10,000, BlockFi is probably going to halt withdrawals too. Do you really want to be involved with that stuff with everything going on? But these guys just can't pass up the free money. They're already millionaires, but they just have to, they're just like leeches, they're just nibbling on that tit, and they just can't give it up, and it really makes me sick. But anyway, that's the way I see it. At this point, I think there's a very good chance Celsius is going to fold. I'd say there's probably a 70 or 80% chance at this point it will. Like I said, I didn't think Bitcoin would be down this low as of now. I thought we'd get a bounce, but it's just dropping and dropping. Could bounce at any moment, but the problem is we're getting so close to that Celsius liquidation point, and other funds may get liquidated. Maybe little small funds are going to start to get liquidated that you don't even know about, but they will affect the market. And it's just going to increase the fear to a point where we're just going to get max pain, max capitulation. I can't wait. I mean, I'm depressed about this because of all the people that are losing money in Celsius. I don't really care about people losing money on leverage. That's your fault. Or if you bought Bitcoin at 68,000 and now we're down to 18,000, those people will all get their money back at some point. I mean, you just got to wait 2 to 4 years. Statistically, you always get your money back. But the people who put their life savings in Celsius and Anchor Protocol, it's just a depressing time. There's so much misery in the market right now. And I've lost money just like everybody else. I was trading Luna on the way down. Last bear market or bull market, I had half my money stolen from a hardware wallet that I had. Not hardware, but a phone wallet, because I took a picture of the seed phrase. So we all make stupid mistakes. We all do stupid things, and you learn. It's all a learning experience. But people getting their life savings, especially using something like Celsius, where you think you're pretty much safe, and it turns out they were just investing their money in like Luna and Anchor Protocol, and just it's just funny. Like you're like, okay, I'm gonna put my stable coin in Celsius. They're safe. I'm not gonna do Anchor. That's a little too risky. I'm not gonna do UST, and it turns out that Celsius is basically just putting your money into UST and Anchor. It's like, you can't win. Anyway, folks, this is why we have banks. This is why we have the SEC. This is why we have regulation. Aren't you starting to miss banks right now? I don't like banks either. They're not the greatest people. They're kind of stuck-up jerks. But at least your money is insured by the FDIC, and odds are your money is going to be there when you have to get it. And even if your ATM card is hacked, which we've all had our credit card and ATM card stolen in the past or hacked, you get your money right back. In fact, I had a story on a previous video a while ago. I had to sue Bank of America because they didn't want to give me some money back on the ATM card, and the judge just automatically is like, give him back his money, and I got my money back. So it's like, but with crypto, once it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing to give back because the money's not there anymore. So, and there's really no institution to go after. So people are waking up. We're seeing a mass liquidation, folks. This is really just a flushing of the system. A lot of people are going to be turned off to crypto after this, and we're just going to have to start over and rebuild. Same thing that happened in 2020 during COVID, and same thing that happened the previous bull market. This is what happens, folks. Every bear bull market, Bitcoin capitulates. Everybody says it's going to be a scam. Everybody says, oh, you messed up buying Bitcoin and crypto. You're screwed. You idiot. And then a couple years later, once we get closer to the halving, it all comes back. I do think, though, next bull market, you're not going to see a lot of DeFi. I think the DeFi has kind of proved itself to be unreliable. So that's kind of why if you hold a lot of DeFi tokens, and you did last bull run, you still hold them, a lot of them might come back. That's probably going to be a large bulk of the tokens that don't come back next bull run. Maybe Metaverse. Maybe Metaverse will take over all the DeFi. I don't know. Very exciting time. I know, folks, it's stressful. I'm going out tonight to get some drinks. I'll have my phone with me. If Bitcoin drops like 15, 16,000 tonight, I'm actually going to be buying a half a Bitcoin that I've been saving up for a while. And that'll be it. If Bitcoin drops below that, I'll just save it for 2 years. If I buy a half a Bitcoin at 16,000 and Bitcoin is still in the shitter in 2 or 3 years, then of course crypto's failed. But I think Bitcoin will probably be $150,000 in 2 years. So anyway, folks, stay strong. Stressful times. But this is a learning lesson to all. Remember, all the Bitcoin maxis have been saying for years, not your crypto if it's not your coins, or not your keys, not your crypto. You got to hold your keys. You can't be putting your money in all these weird custody like Celsius, BlockFi, who basically can just lose your money at any time. Everybody with a brain has been telling you guys that. And telling me that, everybody that for the last 5 years. All the Bitcoin people. Bitcoin was not created so you could pretty much buy it and give it to Celsius. So if you did that, it's a learning experience. Hopefully you didn't lose all your money. Hopefully Celsius will be able to give people some of their money back. But right now, the way Bitcoin's dropping, it's not looking too good.